Welcome back to our weekly cybersecurity news roundup for the week of November 12th, 2023, where we dive into cyber headlines that shaped the week to keep you informed and protected. Let's get started. First up, Sumo Logic's AWS security breach, a call for enhanced cybersecurity measures. In a significant cybersecurity development, Sumo Logic, a renowned security and data analytics firm, disclosed a breach in its AWS, Amazon Web Services, account. Detected on November 3rd, this breach was a result of an attacker exploiting stolen credentials to access the company's AWS infrastructure. Despite the breach, Sumo Logic reassures that its systems and networks remained unaffected and that all customer data continues to be securely encrypted. In response to this incident, the company swiftly secured the compromised infrastructure and rotated all potentially exposed credentials. This proactive measure reflects Sumo Logic's commitment to maintaining robust security protocols. Moreover, the company has ramped up its security measures, including enhanced monitoring and addressing potential vulnerabilities. This incident highlights the ever-present threat in the digital landscape and the need for continuous vigilance and adaptation of security practices. Sumo Logic's response extends to advising its customers to take precautionary actions. Customers are urged to rotate their API access keys and reset various credentials, such as those for Sumo Logic installed collector, third-party credentials stored for Sumo for data collection, webhook connection configuration, and user passwords to Sumo Logic accounts. While this investigation into this security breach continues, Sumo Logic remains dedicated to providing a safe and secure digital experience for its clients. The company promises to keep customers informed through its Security Response Center and to notify them directly if any evidence of malicious access to their accounts is found. This incident comes after Francisco Partners, a private equity firm, acquired Sumo Logic for $1.7 billion in May. Sumo Logic, known for its cloud-native SaaS analytics platform, counts among its clients major tech companies like Samsung, Okta, SAP, F5, Airbnb, Sega, 23andMe, Toyota, and others. Next up, New York AG finds U.S. Radiology $450,000 for SonicWall Hack. In a landmark decision, New York's Attorney General fined U.S. Radiology Specialists $450,000 for a 2021 ransomware incident. This significant penalty highlights the growing legal consequences of cybersecurity breaches, especially in the healthcare sector. The incident, which compromised the sensitive information of nearly 200,000 patients, including around 93,000 New Yorkers, was the result of an exploited vulnerability in the group's SonicWall firewall. A zero-day flaw discovered in January of 2021 left the group's end-of-life firewall exposed. Despite SonicWall releasing a firmware patch in early February 2021, U.S. Radiology delayed applying the fix due to plans to replace the outdated hardware. Unfortunately, the replacement project was postponed, and by December 2021, a threat actor had gained access to the firewall. The breach exposed HIPAA-protected health information, including patient names, birth dates, IDs, dates of service, provider names, types of radiological exams, diagnoses, and possibly health insurance ID numbers. This breach not only compromised patient privacy, but also put the group in violation of stringent healthcare data protection regulations. In response, U.S. Radiology, based in Raleigh, North Carolina, has agreed to improve its data security practices under the agreement with the New York Attorney General's office. Measures include implementing an IT asset management program, encrypting patient data, maintaining a penetration testing program, and establishing procedures for permanently deleting patient data when no longer needed. New York Attorney General Letitia James emphasized the importance of protecting sensitive data, urging companies to upgrade their computer hardware and systems to prevent such breaches. This settlement underscores the critical need for organizations, especially in healthcare, to maintain robust cybersecurity measures and promptly address known vulnerabilities. U.S. Radiology's statement indicated that the company has since implemented data security enhancements and is committed to protecting patient, provider, and employee data. This case follows closely on the heels of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office for Civil Rights imposing its first HIPAA enforcement in a ransomware incident on a Massachusetts-based group which I covered last week, further emphasizing the regulatory scrutiny and financial consequences of inadequate cybersecurity practices in healthcare. Next, Google warns of calendar service exploitation for C2 channels by hackers. In a recent development in the cybersecurity world, Google has issued a warning about the potential abuse of its calendar service by hackers. This warning comes in light of multiple threat actors sharing a public proof of concept, or POC, exploit that leverages Google Calendar for hosting command and control, or C2, infrastructure. The exploit, known as Google Calendar RAT, or GCR, uses Google Calendar events for command and control operations through a Gmail account. The tool creates a covert channel by exploiting event descriptions in Google Calendar. The target system connects directly to Google, making it a sophisticated means of command execution and data exfiltration. Google's 8th Threat Horizons report highlighted that, although the use of GCR has not been observed in the wild, its Mandiant Threat Intelligence Unit has noted several threat actors discussing the POC on underground forums. The GCR tool, running on a compromised machine, checks the calendar event description for new commands, executes them on the target device, and then updates the event description with the command output. This operation, being based entirely on legitimate infrastructure, poses significant challenges for defenders in detecting suspicious activities. This incident exemplifies the ongoing trend of threat actors exploiting cloud services to blend into victim environments and avoid detection. An example of such abuse includes an Iranian nation-state actor using macro-laced documents to compromise users with a .NET backdoor, codenamed Banana Mail, for Windows. This malware uses email for C2, connecting via IMAP to an attacker-controlled webmail account to parse emails for commands, execute them, and send back results via email. In response to these threats, Google's Threat Analysis Group has taken proactive measures by disabling the attacker-controlled Gmail accounts used by the malware. This situation underscores the evolving threat landscape of cyber threats and the need for continuous vigilance and innovation in cybersecurity defenses, especially in the context of widely used cloud services. As threat actors find new ways to exploit these services, it is imperative for organizations and individuals to stay informed and prepared to counter these sophisticated attacks. Next, disturbing sale of sensitive U.S. military personnel data online. A concerning study from Duke University has unveiled a significant risk to U.S. national security: the ease of purchasing sensitive military personnel data online. This alarming research highlights the vulnerabilities in the data brokerage industry and its potential implications for the safety of military members and their families. The researchers at Duke University were able to acquire thousands of records containing details on health, credit, gambling, and religious practices of active duty military members, their families, and veterans. Shockingly, this data was available for as low as 12 cents per record. The data brokers, feeding the online advertising business, did not hesitate to offer up such sensitive information. This revelation underscores a serious issue in the multi-billion-dollar data brokerage industry. These companies collect, infer, aggregate, and then sell, license, or share data on Americans, including those in the military. The study found that data ranging from aggregated to individual identifiable information and linked to specific individuals was readily available. The researchers could purchase datasets containing personal details like net worth, religion, health, and more, all without any significant verification of the purchaser's identity. One of the most alarming aspects of this situation is the low cost of this sensitive data. The larger the purchase, the cheaper the price per record. The study reported purchases of identifiable records ranging from $4,951 to $15,000 at a time, with prices per U.S. military service member as low as 1 cent for larger purchases. The researchers also noted the lack of robust controls in the data brokerage process. While some brokers refused to sell based on the lack of a website or not being a verified company, others did not verify the buyer's identity at all. This situation presents a significant national security risk, as foreign governments or other malicious actors could exploit this easily accessible data. Potential uses of this information include blackmail, coercion, damaging service members' reputations, stalking, tailing, or micro-targeting with specific messages. The study, which also involved well-known companies like Oracle and major credit reporting agencies, calls for Congress to pass comprehensive U.S. privacy laws with strong controls on the data brokerage ecosystem. It also suggests that the Defense Department should assess the risks from data brokerage in its contracts. This alarming research, titled Data Brokers and the Sale of Data on U.S. Military Personnel, was conducted by Justin Sherman, Haley Barton, Aidan Klein, Brady Cruz, and Anushka Sarvasian, and sponsored by the United States Military Academy. It serves as a critical wake-up call to the dangers posed by the unregulated sale of sensitive personal data, particularly when it comes from those who serve in the nation's military. And finally, Lockbit 3.0 ransomware attack on Summit Health raises data breach concerns. In a recent cybersecurity incident, the ransomware gang Lockbit 3.0 claimed responsibility for an attack against Summit Health, sparking concerns over a potential data breach. This development, reported on November 4th of 2023, underscores the growing threat of ransomware attacks in the healthcare sector and the critical need for robust data security measures. Summit Health, a multi-specialty medical practice, was added to Lockbit 3.0's leak site, indicating that the group may have obtained sensitive patient data. Although Summit Health has not confirmed the ransomware attack, the credibility of ransomware groups in making such claims is often high, suggesting the likelihood of an actual breach. Lockbit 3.0 set a deadline of November 8th, 2023, for Summit Health to meet the ransom demand, threatening to leak the stolen data if the demand was not satisfied. The situation is still unfolding, with more information expected soon. As of November 6th, Summit Health had not issued a public statement confirming or denying the attack. The company is likely in the process of investigating the claims and determining the appropriate response to the ransom demand. Even if the ransom is paid to prevent data publication, Summit Health must review any leaked data to ascertain if it includes confidential patient information. Summit Health, resulting from the 2019 merger between Summit Medical Group and CityMD, operates over 370 locations and employs more than 8,000 people. It generates approximately $1.2 billion in annual revenue, emphasizing the scale and potential impact of such a breach. In the event of a confirmed breach, Summit Health will be required to issue data breach notification letters to individuals whose information was compromised. This incident serves as a stark reminder for the pervasive threat of ransomware in the healthcare industry, where patient data security is paramount. It highlights the importance for healthcare providers to maintain stringent cybersecurity practices to protect sensitive patient information from those malicious attacks. And that concludes our look at this week's top cybersecurity stories. As the digital landscape evolves, staying informed is your first line of defense. If you found this roundup helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to be notified about new content.